All right, welcome everybody. We are going live today because I wanted to ask you a very important question. How long have you been talking about making a YouTube channel? How long have you been thinking about it? How long have you been saying, I really want to, and I'm going to, and then you don't? I was in Connecticut this past week. I went to speak at the Women's Council of Realtors, and I spoke to so many people who were like, I've had your book for several years. And a handful of them said, I have a YouTube channel and I'm making videos. And I was so proud of them. I was like, awesome job. Great for you. But how many people also said, haven't made a video yet? And I say, why not? What are you waiting for? What are you afraid of? What do you think is going to happen? And I see this all the time. I've been doing this for years and years now. And I see so many real estate agents who say they want to start YouTube and then they just never do. So I figured I would jump on this live and answer some questions about our all new program, the Video Boss Agent Academy 30-day Jumpstart Live that is starting next Monday. And I can answer your questions and we will talk about how it is different than anything we've ever done before. So if you have questions, please drop them in the chat and we will answer them to the best of our ability. So that's what tonight is. It is not a training. It is not a challenge. I am not making you do work. I'm not teaching you keywords. I'm not showing you how to edit or make thumbnails. I'm not requiring any work of you except for you to think about, why haven't you done it so far? What is it that you've been waiting for? Why do you have a mental roadblock? In fact, I was on a Zoom call with somebody earlier today, and she said, I have to get myself to make more videos where I'm actually in the video. And I said, okay, so what have you been doing? And she said, I'll make listing tour videos and I'll do a voiceover. So I'm narrating it and you'll hear my voice, but you don't actually see me on camera. And I said, and then nobody can decide that they like you and nobody can form a rapport with you or even form an opinion about you if they don't see you and they don't really know who you are. So let's talk about what this all new iteration of the program is, because I'm super, super excited about it. Katie and Lisa on my team, we brainstorm all the time. How can we make Video Boss Agent Academy better? How can we help our people get results faster, easier? How can we make it so that they're pretty much guaranteed to have great success? And one of the things we came up with was, what if we do it with you live? So historically, the program has been, you enroll in the program, you get immediate access, you watch all of the video trainings, and you're you're doing it on your own, but you can come to our community and come to our Zoom calls and ask questions. But it's really self-paced and it's dependent on you to do the work. It's dependent on you to go through the trainings. Now, when I go into the back end of the program, I can see how far everyone has got. And I can't tell you how many people join the program. And then a year later, I see, okay, how much have you completed? And they're at like 33%. So they have access to the program, but there's no deadline, there's no urgency. And so life gets in the way and they just don't, they get in there, they watch a whole bunch of videos, they get very excited about it, and then they get busy and they go off and they do something else. And then a month later, they're like, oh yeah, that's right. I needed to finish all of those videos. And I totally get it because I'm going through a program like that myself. You get busy, you have to come back to it. So what we decided to do was to do this live, where we will give you 8 weeks of live coaching calls, and we give you a task to do pretty much every day for 30 days. So every day for 30 days, you have something to do. And then when you come to our Zoom coaching calls, it's a very small group of people. I will see every single one of you. I'm going to make you turn your cameras on. I don't care if you have bedhead and you just got back from the gym and you're all hot and sweaty. Look, we all look like we're a hot mess periodically. Nobody cares. I want to see your face. I want you to unmute yourself and ask me questions. I want you to share your screen so that I can give you advice and help you. And because it's such a small group of people, it will be a very intimate setting. We will all get to know each other. We will all know who's in what market. We will all learn who are you trying to attract with your YouTube channel and be able to give each other real live, honest to goodness feedback, which I think is going to be great. And because it is not self-paced, like I'm giving you a deadline. This is what you have to do this week. Are you going to get it done? Yes or no? How bad do you want it? I know you're busy. So am I. But when I tell Katie I'm going to make 3 videos this week, I don't have the luxury of saying, I didn't make any videos this week because I didn't feel like it or I was busy. No, she's like, I need a video from you and I need it by Thursday. And I'm putting it on your calendar so that you make time for it. This is how we hold each other accountable. And it's really, really helpful. Okay, so what do you think about being specific or general? Great question. You've got to be specific. If you are very, very general and very broad, you will not get very much business, if any, from your YouTube channel. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. Everybody thinks, well, I want as many clients as possible, right? So I have to go broad. I have to try to appeal to as many possible people as I can. And that completely backfires. I heard somebody say this years and years ago. If you go niche, you go rich, you get rich. If you go broad, you go broke. So niche equals rich, broad equals broke. Then a couple years later, I read Alex Hormozy's first books and it said, don't make me niche slap you. And I was like, oh, that's so good. I totally have to steal that. You need a niche. And it does not have to be moving to your city, living in your city. We have so many students who are killing it, getting seller leads, getting listings. It doesn't have to all be inbound relocation. Yes, I wrote that book. How many years ago? When did I write that? I think it was like 2018, 2019. And I told everybody that that's what I was doing with my Savannah channel. And it worked like a charm. Well, guess what? 20,000 people went out and created YouTube channels and they all did the exact same thing. So now I'm kind of regretting that I ever said that because people think that that's the only thing that you can do to have a successful YouTube channel. And that's 100% not true. You can get sellers if you want them. You can get buyers if you want them. You can get investors if you want them. But I want you to pick who would I like to work with the most, and not just sellers, what type of sellers, not just buyers, what type of buyers. And then we're going to niche down from there and figure out the strategy to reach exactly those people. And I'm telling you that this seems so counterintuitive, but this is the secret to YouTube working. Because when they do you have any YouTube channels that you like to watch right now? They don't have to have anything to do with real estate. So for example, maybe it's a fitness channel or a cooking channel or, car repair channels. And there's just somebody that you really, really like. They open their mouth, they start talking, and you're like, I could totally love her. She's so hilarious. That's what we want people to think about us. We want them to feel like you're relatable. I know you. I like your personality. I trust what you have to say. I feel that you are competent and knowledgeable, but I also like you. I feel like I would not be intimidated to walk up to you in the middle of Walmart or the grocery store because you're not a celebrity of like, oh my gosh, look, it's a celebrity. I can't talk to them. It would be, I follow your YouTube channel. I love all your videos. That's what we want. We want the people to see us and recognize us, but also feel like we're approachable. And that's what we do in this program, 100%. Okay, so being everything to everyone is not the strategy. Exactly. And so many people who have done this program before and they don't take that advice, they get mad that they've made all these videos and they're not getting any business from it. I'm like, are you following the program? No. Well, then you can't be mad at me that it's not working because you're not following the program, right? What are your thoughts on meta ads? Listen, Jackie, they work, but do they get you the best quality clients? For me, no. I run meta ads to attract real estate agents who want to learn about making YouTube videos. It works pretty well for that. Costs keep going up. Your cost per lead continually gets higher and higher. it has never worked for me to get real estate leads. Like I could get 100 buyer leads for $2 a piece, and I would call and chase those 100 people, and none of them would convert into actual closings because it was people that were, I would love to buy a house, but my FICO score is 580, or I have no down payment, or I'm moving to Alaska in the next 6 months because I'm in the military and I just found out I'm going to Elmendorf. So I did run Meta ads probably 2016, 2017. I got thousands of leads. I did not close a single transaction. Now, part of that could be that it was my closing skills. Like, I'm not going to say I'm the best closer in the world because I'm not. But that's why I love YouTube, because I don't have to be. When someone calls me and says, I can't believe I'm talking to you. I've watched all of your videos. Oh my gosh. My husband and we just found out that we're coming to Savannah. We're going to be stationed at Fort Stewart. We're going to be stationed at Hunter Army Airfield. We want to buy our first house. I've been learning all from you about the VA loan and the funding fee and all of the things. Like, I know we're first-time buyers with a very small budget, but could you possibly help us? And I say, of course I can. And when I say, here's my exclusive buyer brokerage agreement that you will need to sign in order for me to show you any properties at all, do you know what they say? Great, send it over. Let's sign it. The quality of the leads that come in from YouTube, they're totally different. They are totally different. They're warm, so they already know who you are. They like you. They would not have reached out to you if they did not already like you. And that's 90% of the battle. Because if you get a lead from Meta and you call them and they're like, who are you? How'd you get my name? No, I don't, they don't answer the phone. They give you a bad phone number. They don't return your emails. They did not sign up they didn't click on whatever that was that you were offering because they want you to hound them for the next 6 weeks. But if they watch my YouTube videos and they call me, that's a whole different conversation. Yeah, that's my thought on Meta ads. Yeah. I watched you back when you wrote that book. Oh my gosh, that was so long ago. I did start doing a relocation focused videos and market updates, some evergreen. So how do you prioritize the content that you're writing? So in this program, what we do is we spend the first couple of weeks really honing in, who do I want to attract with the channel? So in my case, when I started my channel, it was military first-time buyers. They want to buy a house. They have always lived on base. They now want to buy a home when they get here. They don't live here now. They're coming here from out of the area. So I was making all of my content specifically for them. In the program, we have all these terms. We have an ICA, who is your ideal client avatar, who is the perfect ideal client for you, that if you got all of your business from clients like this, you would be very happy. You would make a lot of money and you would be very happy. And if you do that, then you never really run out of things to talk about. Like if you say, I want to work with sellers who are selling their home to move into assisted living. This is a topic that is very near and dear to my heart because I just moved my mom and dad into an assisted living facility last weekend. And so they were so overwhelmed. This was something I had never worked with. I've been a realtor for 20 years. I'd never worked with any sellers who were going through this. I learned a lot. They are overwhelmed with the process and the stuff and where are they going to go and how are they going to pay for it? And so now that I am like up to my elbows in this process, I'm like, I could start a whole YouTube channel and talk about nothing but that. People in Savannah who are ready to move into a senior living community. What are the questions they have? I have so many ideas just from having spoken with my mom and dad for the last couple of months. So the better you know who your ideal client is, the easier it is to make content specifically for them. Okay, these are great questions, you guys. Let me tell you what's in the program, and then I will come back to the program. Before I get to that, how is this different from ads? 100% organic. There are no ads. Therefore, you are not shoving your content down somebody's throat who is not interested in it, and you are not chasing someone who doesn't want to be chased. Every person reaches out to you first. I'm sure you know that you have personal firsthand experience, the difference between a cold lead and a warm lead. Like, let's say that you buy leads from Zillow and they say, oh, you got a new lead, but 4 other people got the same lead. So now you have to dial them as fast as you possibly can and try to get them to book an appointment with you before they book an appointment with the next person who is calling them, right? We are chasing them. We are trying to convince them of our value to them. They don't know us from Adam. Like, you're just the person who's going to show me the house. Don't you guys all do that? What does it matter who I use? That's what they think. They don't know, especially buyers, they don't know the different skill sets that we bring to the table. But if they watch your YouTube videos and they call you, you don't even have to have that conversation. There is no arm twisting. I do not need to convince you why I am the best person for you. You've already decided it before you even called me. So totally different from YouTube ads. I love it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the program itself. And I'm going to share my screen. Now I have to find that window so I can navigate through it. So we will have a private community, and it is only for the people that are in this 30-day jumpstart. And we start next week. We start on Monday, May 4th. So in here, we have this is what I want you to do as you're getting settled before we start on May 4th. And we will put your daily, this is what I want you to do today. How did it go? What are your questions? Share what you're working on. Let us give you feedback. So Katie is my content manager / editor / thumbnail designer / graphic designer / realtor who was on my team here in Savannah until she moved away from Savannah and decided she didn't want to be in real estate anymore. So she is a coach in my program. Katie is one of you. She's everything that you would be doing. She has done it for me on my Georgia Coast Homes channel. So Katie will say, show me the thumbnail that you made. Okay, let's talk about how we can make that better. That is a very nice way of saying, wow, that's super ugly. Let's see if we can make it better and make it sort of clickable, right? So we will help all of those different things in our private community. Here is what the program itself looks like. So when you log in, when you buy the program, you immediately get a username and password. You log in. It's so easy to navigate. We have all of the trainings on the left-hand side. When you click the plus, it opens it up. When you click the minus, it closes it down. You watch the video. They're all very short. Every day I've made a video for you that's somewhere in the 3 to 7 minutes range. I made them short on purpose because I don't want you to log in and spend an hour watching trainings. I want you to watch the 5-minute video and then go do what it says. And so then we tell you in here what it is that you're doing. We have links. I have all kinds of custom AI tools that will help you make all of this stuff. It's great. And so we have 7 different modules of building a channel that actually attracts clients, the strategy of it, building a system. How can you create binge-worthy viewing sessions? So they don't come and just watch one video. They watch 2 or 3. They come back and they watch your whole playlist. That would be great. Then when we're all done with that 30 days, like it's 30 days of intense up to your elbows learning about videos, then we go into, all right, now let's learn about analytics. How do I look at my analytics in YouTube so that I can see what is working, what's not working so well? How could I change it? How can I make it better? And then if you want to talk about landing pages and lead magnets and building a whole YouTube funnel, I've made that one optional. There are people who love the tech stuff and they're like, give it to me. I want to make a funnel. There are other people who say, hell to the no. I am too old for that. Ain't doing it. So if you want to learn that stuff, it is available to you. And then after we have all of our live Zoom calls, we will upload the replay in here. So if you want to come to our live call, but you can't, you have a closing or you were on an airplane traveling to Connecticut or whatever the case may be, you can always watch the replay. So that is what is included in this on-demand stuff. And when you enroll in the program, you will have permanent access to this. Even though the live portion of this is 8 weeks long, you'll have permanent access to this. So once you get your username and password, you're in there, you got it forever. Then we will do our live Zoom calls. So in our live Zooms, it's not like this. This is a live stream. I can see your comments. I can see what you're typing, but I can't see you. No, we'll do it as a regular Zoom room. So I see your smiling face. You can unmute yourself. I can hear your voice. You can share your screen. You can talk to me. And I want to do this because I want it to feel like you can't hide from me. I want it to feel like you're showing up to this call and you are going to do the things that make you uncomfortable because you know that this is how you get over that hurdle. How do you get past your fear of making videos? You make videos. And eventually you make so many that you're like, why was I ever worried about this? How dumb was that? How stupid was it that I was afraid to talk to the camera and now I could do it in my sleep? Right? I remember the first time I ever went live. Oh my gosh, I was terrified. I was so terrified to go live. Now I do live streams all the time and it doesn't bother me at all. But the first time I thought about doing a Facebook Live, oh my gosh, I was like seriously shaking. I talk with my hands. I went like this and I hit my water bottle and I knocked it over. It went all over my keyboard. It went all over my gear. It went everywhere. Like it scared me to death. And then I did it again and I did it again and I did it again. And eventually it wasn't scary anymore. Why? Because I kept doing it and I got better at it. So in our Zoom calls, we will help you take a little bit of action every day. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be a tiny, like one step forward. If you think you're going to run a marathon and you're going to start tomorrow and run 26 miles, but you don't run, that's not going to happen. You got to take one step at a time. We take a little bit of progress every single day. So we will have the on-demand training program. We will have the live coaching calls, and you can ask us anything. We will help you with all of this stuff. What else? We're going to keep it very small. I said I'm going to limit it to about 15 people because I want us to get in there and all be doing it together and not like typically when I have a Zoom call, I'll have anywhere from, I don't know, 25 to 75 people show up. Let's say an average of 50 people. There are a ton of people that have their cameras off and they just kind of lurk. And it's great that they're there, but I want to see them and say, the last time you made a video was 90 days ago. What's going on? Why have you not made a video recently? I'm going to your channel. I'm looking for it. There's nothing there. What is happening? What can I help you with? But they hide with their camera off, and I'm going to make it so you can't do that. Like, I want you to tell me, I can't get out of my own head. I am so worried about XYZ. I can't pick a niche. I don't know what my niche should be. Therefore, I can't film any videos. I want you to tell me what the issue is so that I can coach you and hopefully get you over it. Okay. I will look at your channel and give you feedback. I will say, I think that you are too broad. I think you need to go deeper. I might say, I think that you're too narrow. Underwater basket weavers between the ages of 60 and 61 is probably too narrow. And I will tell you that too. I don't want you to spend weeks stewing in your own head and then just not make any progress. If you have a question, let's answer it and let's make a decision and move on, right? We're going to give you a deadline. We're starting on May 4th and we're ending, I forget what it is. I think it's June 28th, but it's 8 weeks. So we are going to do this, and over the course of 8 weeks, you will have a minimum of 4 videos uploaded to your channel, but it's probably going to be more like 6 or even more than 6. Imagine 2 months from now, if you had 6 videos on your channel that were meant for a very specific type of client, that were designed to attract potential clients for you, leads who say, I am interested in buying or selling a house in the market that you service. I know who you are. I like you. I'm not shopping around. I'm not interviewing 19 different real estate agents. I would like for you to help me. They might say, I'm going to do this 6 months from now. I had one guy say, he filled out a form on my website and said he was going to move to Savannah in 7 years, but he put his phone number in. So I called him and I said, dude, if you didn't want to talk to me, you didn't have to say 7 years. You could have just not put your phone number in. And I was trying to make a joke out of it. And he said, no, no, no. We're going to retire. And when we retire, we're going to move to Savannah. But I just wanted to start, getting the lay of the land now. Do you think you could email me properties that are like, I don't know, $100,000 now? So I set him up on the MLS drip. We were under contract 2 weeks later. So even though he told me 7 years down the road, we were literally under contract in no time, because when he saw how inexpensive stuff was, he's like, I'll buy it now and I'll rent it out. And then I'll give the tenant 30 days notice when I'm ready to move there myself. And then I'll have a house to move into. All ready to go. Bought it in, 2019's prices, not 2022's prices. That was pretty cool. Yep. So we are starting a week from today, Monday, May 4th. That'll be our kickoff call, where I'll say, this is what we're going to do in this program. This is what you can expect. This is how it's all going to work. Here's access to all of the stuff. If you don't know where to find stuff, let us help you. It's just going to be a kind of here's how it's all going to work sort of call. And then we will do our weekly coaching calls on Thursdays at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. I tried to pick a time that worked for as many time zones as possible. If you're in Australia, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to pick a time zone that will work for as many people as I possibly can. If the live calls just doesn't work for you, you can always watch the replays. You can always ask questions in the community and we will answer all of them for you. So even if I don't get to see you live on the Zoom call, I will do my best to answer all of your questions. Okay. We've got lots of custom GPT tools. So when I'm a big fan of Chat GPT, when I would create a custom GPT for myself to use, and then I would test it for a while and use it for a while and say, oh my gosh, the students need to have this too. So then we would publish it and make it available to you. I've got probably 10 different tools that will make this so much easier for you. So if you're like, I just don't know what my niche should be, awesome. Use our niche finder tool. It's going to ask you all of these questions. Who do you like working with the most? If you had more clients like this, what are their general age groups? Are they buyers? Are they sellers? What is their motivation? What's their personality like? What do they do for a living? Like, who do you like working with? It's going to ask you all of these questions and say, okay, here's what I think would be a great niche for you. What do you think? And you can say, nah, it's close. Not exactly. What if we tweaked it to be more like this? And you can negotiate with it. You can go back and forth, but it will also say, no, you're trying to have two niches. You're trying to talk to first-time buyers and sellers who are seniors and are downsizing. Those are two totally different groups of people. A first-time buyer who's, 25, 30 years old has very different problems than a 70-year-old who is downsizing to move into a 55 and over community. You can't have those two different groups of people as your niche for your channel, or it's not going to work. So we'll give you all of those as well. Again, you'll have 8 weeks of the live Zoom calls, and you'll get all of those replays permanently uploaded to the program as well. Normally, we sell this program for $2,500, but because we're doing this live with a very small group of people, you guys are my test case. We're doing it for $19.97. So you can pay in full for $19.97. Or if you go to checkout, you scroll to the bottom of the checkout page, there's the buy now, pay later options. I think it's Affirm and Klarna, if I remember correctly. And then you can decide, what do I want my payment program to be? But you know what? I was talking about this with somebody the other day. I would encourage you to pay in full if you can, because I find that when you just pay in full, you are more committed. Like, I paid money for this program, and by God, I'm going to do it because I want to get my money's worth. And what is your average commission check, you guys? Like, how much do you typically bring home after the split with the brokerage? What's your commission check? 5,000, 7,000, 10,000, 15,000, depending on what market you're in. If you're in Seattle or LA or a very high cost area, you're making a lot of money with every sale. $2,000 for a program that will teach you how to generate your own leads for the rest of your career. I've seen people literally get a 50 times return on investment from this program because of how many closings they get from people that find them from their YouTube channel. All right, what other questions do we have? Also, I find my angst and overwhelm is with the editing and publishing. Okay, yes, 100%. We talk about all of that stuff. I used to have, let's see, my position on editing has evolved over time. And I think you will be very pleasantly surprised with what I now advocate. But yes, we will totally teach you what to do with, as far as the software itself. Like all editing software pretty much does the same thing. So whether you use a free thing like CapCut, it does not matter. Free DaVinci Resolve, if you use something that's 20 or 30 bucks a month, if you use Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere, they all basically do the same thing. So I just recommend that you pick one that works with your budget. And if free is your budget, by all means, that works for me too. I love me some free software, but we will absolutely have recommendations for editing software, how to make the thumbnails, all that good stuff. Yeah. My thing is right in the way. I'm not sure if I should do the program or done for you option. So I do not have a done for you YouTube channel, Jackie. What I have is a done for you funnel, meaning let's say I make a YouTube video. I will use my channel as the example. So that's 10 reasons why you will love Savannah if you are moving here. By the way, if you are moving here, did I mention that I have a free relocation guide? It's totally free. It answers a ton of questions that you'll have about what it's like to live in Savannah and the neighborhoods you should consider. I'll put a link down below. Click that link. They click it. They go to a landing page on my website. It says, get my free relocation guide. Name, email, phone number. They fill it out. I get an email that says you have a new lead. And then I call Susan and I say, hey, Susan, I saw that you just downloaded my relocation guide. Are you moving to Savannah? And she will talk my ear off for the next 45 minutes because she knows who I am. She likes my videos. She's very excited to talk to me. She thinks I'm a celebrity because she's been watching my YouTube videos. So ridiculous. I mean, I just had somebody say this to me earlier today. Oh my God, you're a celebrity. I've seen all your videos. I feel like I'm talking to someone famous. They will say that to you too. I promise. As long as you don't stop making videos, they will say it to you too. But that has nothing to do with the YouTube video making process. That is, let us build a funnel for you. I don't have a service where I make videos for you. I can't film a video and like superimpose your face on mine. And I do not recommend having the AI avatars do it either. I did a video about this on my channel a week or two ago. I've tried really hard to find one of those AI programs that doesn't look like complete garbage, and I have yet to find it. So I don't recommend that you get one of those AI software packages where you think, I'm going to write the script and then the AI clone is going to make the video and no one's going to be able to tell. They're all going to think it's me and I'll put out 10 videos a day. Nobody's that dumb. Nobody is going to believe that that's really you. I have yet to see, the only AI videos that look real are the ones I see on social media that professional software editors have made, and they're not using $20 a month software to make those. So if you want to learn how to make YouTube videos, you have to be on camera. That is a hill I am willing to die on. If you want, we're in the people business. If you want people to know who you are and get to know your personality and decide whether or not they would want to hire you to represent them in a transaction, the only way that's going to happen is if you are on camera. If you are on a video talking to the camera, they see you, they hear you. I can't do that for you. Sorry. Okay. All right. Do we have, my message was too long, Marie. I recommend, oh, thank you so much. I have to put that up there just because she was so nice. She said, my message was too long. I recommend Karen to anyone. She's the best teacher. I love my class with her. Aw, you are so kind. Thank you so much. I'm glad. I am glad. I love to teach. And It's funny. I majored in music in college. I wanted to be a professional opera singer. But then after a couple of years, I changed my major to music education because I thought that I would really like being a music teacher because I love to teach. And then I went back to performance because I'm also a big ham and I love being on stage. So this is kind of like the best of both worlds. I get to be a big ham on stage and make videos and talk to you guys, but I also get to teach something that I have done. I mean, I've closed hundreds of transactions. My team, I had a team of 9 agents. We closed, I don't know how many transactions over 4 or 5 years. And almost all of them came from YouTube. So every deal that Katie closed came from the YouTube channel. Most of the deals that Nicole closed, that Kimberly closed, they all came from the YouTube channel. And it was great because what kind of a referral fee do you have to pay on a YouTube video? Anybody want to say that in the comments? What is the average referral fee that you pay when you close a deal that came from YouTube? Show me in the comments. What is it? I know there's like a 15-second delay, so I'm trying to tap dance here. Well, spoiler alert, it is $0. There is no referral fee. When you make a video and you upload it to YouTube, it costs you $0. You didn't have to pay anything to upload a video to YouTube. When they call you or text you or email you or go to your website and fill out the form, or they find you on Facebook and they DM you, however they reach out to you, there is no referral fee when that deal closes. And if they like you, which they will, because they already like you, and you do a good job for them in the transaction, and then they tell all their friends and family about you, you get more referrals, which also cost $0 for the referral fee, right? Don't we all want to be more profitable? I see every time I go to a national convention, like you go to your Keller Williams convention, the Remax convention, and the people there that are wearing costumes and are like, I pay a 35% referral fee for anyone who buys a home in Long Beach, California. And their whole business model is soliciting referrals. That's cool because you're basically just waiting for business to come your way. You're nurturing relationships, but you're paying a third or a quarter to a third on average of the commission to another agent. Wouldn't you rather just not pay a referral fee? I would. I would rather just make a YouTube video and keep 100% of that myself all day, every day. Yeah. Okay. Are there any other questions? I'm scrolling. Katie is in the green room, we call it, in the backstage, scrolling through all of these things for me. Oh, that's so funny that you asked that. My mom asked me this the other day. Do you plan to write another book? And I said, I don't plan to. Never say never, but I don't have any plans right now to write a book, but you never know. I will. I wrote the first one, YouTube for Real Estate Agents, that was all about how to make YouTube videos that actually get you leads. And then I wrote the second one, Do It Scared, because I had this conversation a million times of, I want to make videos and I am terrified of the idea of doing it. I can't make myself do it. So I wrote that one more as a getting over the mental issue, the mindset of it. Yeah. Sylvia, you're in LA. Awesome. Cool. Okay, I'm trying to get caught up on all of these messages that are in the chat. Oh, okay, we saw that. We answered that one earlier. Cool. Yep. It does, Tiffany. It takes a little while to find your voice, but once you do and you get the hang of it, and here's the cool part about it. When you first start your YouTube channel, you feel horribly awkward, I would assume. Tiffany, did you feel horribly awkward? I did. I felt horribly awkward on camera. I felt like I didn't really know what to talk about. I didn't know anything about cameras and lighting, and am I looking up at the camera? Am I looking down at the camera? Do I have the camera on my desk and then I'm pulling my chin back and I have like a double chin going on? Like, I didn't know anything about anything, but I was willing to make bad videos because I knew that it was like riding a bike with the training wheels. You got to ride them with the training wheels before you can take the training wheels off. And then eventually you get the hang of it and you go, oh, this really isn't so bad. And then you think, okay, so hold on. I can make one video a week. Okay, so let's say that it takes me, I don't know, a few hours between researching what am I going to make the video about? I'm going to write the outline or the script. I'm going to film it. I'm going to do the editing. I'm going to make a thumbnail and get that baby posted. And I can get clients from it 2 years from now that will do, like, they'll do a transaction where the average price point is $400,000. Yes, please. Yes, please. I get leads from my channel to this day from videos I made in 2017, 2020, old videos. They are not recent videos, and we still have leads coming in. So you spend the time, 3, 4, 5 hours, whatever it took you to make that video, but it's not a one-to-one return on investment of time. Like, door knocking is a one-to-one return on investment of time. If I go to your house and I knock on your door and you're not there, I can leave a flyer and hopefully you don't stick it straight in the garbage, but you probably will. The only people that I talk to are the ones that I really have a good chance of turning into a client. But when I get in my car and I drive away, I'm done. There's no more lead generation going on after I leave. That's not true with YouTube. People will find that video years from now at 3 in the morning and they live in another country, another state, because they did a Google search and your video showed up in the search results and they clicked on it and they watched it and they binge watched your channel and then they reached out to you. It's the greatest use of your time. I love it. Okay. Any last questions? Yeah, my beginning avatar wasn't strong. And that's true. That's how most people feel. Like, you're thinking, okay, I want to get all of the leads. So I'm going to talk to buyers. And that's it. Like, it's just buyers. And then you learn, okay, let's drill down on that a little bit more. Let's be a little more specific. Let's come up with a real niche. And the more you do it, the better it works. I want to focus more on seniors transitioning. Oh my gosh. So Jess, I'm seriously thinking about starting a new YouTube channel to do this myself, because boy, have I seen how much help these poor people need. And you and I could talk offline, but you can get a referral fee from the assisted living facility as well. And from what I understand, it is not a real estate commission. You'd have to check and make sure that that's accurate. But from what I have been told by people who do this all day, every day, it's not a real estate commission. So therefore, you don't have to split it with anybody, if you know what I'm saying. So yes, I think that would be a great niche for your channel. 100%. Yeah. Mindset is a big part of it. 100%. I did great for a couple of years. When I came back, the market had really shifted. Yep. So if you take a lot of time off and then you come back, you will find a lot of things. The market is different. You probably have more competition. The algorithm has changed, all of those things. It's a step back, but the more you stay with it and the more you try to figure it out and get back into it, you can 100%. But yeah, if people take a big long break, it's kind of like, I was exercising a lot, and then for 2 years I did nothing but go to Dunkin' Donuts every morning and eat a dozen donuts. And now I'm going back to the gym. You're not going to pick up right where you left off, right? We got to build back up to that again, but that's okay. You 100% can. All right. So Mr. Rogers Homes wanted to pop in and say hi. Aw, thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Well, I hope that some of you will come and join this program and that I will get to know you and see your bright and smiling faces, and that I'll be able to crack the whip and keep you guys motivated. Because if you don't do it, nothing's going to change in your business. And if you're not happy with how your business is going now, what are you going to do to make it different? Wishing and hoping is not a strategy. You're going to have to say, I'm going to do something different and I'm going to stick with it, even though I feel horribly awkward and it makes me very, very uncomfortable. But I've seen enough other people have raging success with this that I know that it's possible. If it's possible for them, why can't it be possible for me? I mean, I'm not young. I'm in my late 50s now. If I can do this, certainly you can do this as well. So if you have listened to all of this, you already know, is this for you or is it not? If it's not, I wish you the best of luck. You don't have to make videos if you don't want to, but if you know that this is for you and you really want my help doing it to the best of your ability so that you can start seeing results sooner rather than later, I encourage you to come enroll. We're only letting 15 people in. And when I looked at it this morning, I think we've sold about half of the seats so far. And come Monday morning of next week, we are closing down the doors and you won't be able to enroll at all. So don't wait until it's too late. This is the first time I've ever done a live round like this. I hope it will be the first of many, but we've never done this before. So we're trying to see what kind of demand there is for this. If you want to be one of these first 15 people at the discounted rate, I encourage you to make your decision and do it soon. All right. So thank you for joining me on our live stream. And if you have any more questions that I didn't address today, just put them in the comments. I read the YouTube comments every day and I will try to answer all of them to the best of my ability. All right, everyone, have a wonderful evening. And I hope to see you in the 30-day Jumpstart. Bye, everybody.